Hey everybody, this is our second video on our seller series. So we're talking a little bit about how to sell your home, tips and tricks for how to sell your home. We find that a lot of people out there need some more information about this, especially first-time home sellers. So we know that home buyers get a lot of attention, like first-time home buyers. You hear that term a lot. But what about our first-time home sellers? So we wanted to bring some videos to you guys to help educate and give some value to the sellers out there that are doing it for the first time. They're going through this experience and they're scared. They're kind of intimidated by the process. Well, what do I need to do? Who do I need to contact? So we wanted to share some of that information. So this is video number 2. This one's going to be about the 4 actions that you need to take when getting ready to sell your house. So you're thinking about it. You've discussed it with your spouse or your family, friends, and talked about, oh, well, I'm thinking about selling. So what do I need to do? So first, you need to declutter. Take everything that you have that you don't use on like a, pretty much daily or weekly basis and put it in storage. Put it at a friend's, family. Depending on how much it is, rent a storage unit. But obviously, this is a big decision, and this is something that is, going to impact you financially a good bit. And obviously, you want to make the most that you can. So you need to put as much of your furniture and keepsakes into storage that you can. Along with that, number 2 is de-personalize. So, of course, some people don't mind doing this, and then other people have a problem with it. But you want to depersonalize your house as much as possible. What do I mean by that? Take your pictures off the wall. Take off your magnets off your fridge, or your kid may have painted a pretty little picture, at school or something like that. And of course, like, we love that as family, but we also want to make the home look as fresh and as inviting as we can, so that whenever the potential buyer walks into our home, they can visualize their furniture there, their family things there, and not yours. Another thing that I've heard in the past is that you never know who's going to be looking at your house, and for whatever reason, you don't want them to have a negative experience because they know you, or and they know a family member of yours that you're not proud of, or it could be all kind of different reasons, but that's one of the other reasons that we want to depersonalize your house. And so the next is landscaping. To me, that's a big one because it gives that curb appeal. I always tell people that it's really important to show the outside of the house and to take really good pictures, which we'll talk about later. But you want to do the landscaping really well because they need to see the house as somewhere they want to live and that it's cute, or they'll never go into the house. Well, if they don't go into the house, they're not going to make an offer. So it all starts with the outside, the curb appeal, and making it look as nice and fresh. Make sure that the yard is cut. Make sure any like tree limbs or vines are cut back off the walkways. If you can, put some landscaping out with some mulch or some new flowers or something like that. So that's really important. And then last is painting. I think that's something that you can do, and it's fairly inexpensive depending on if you can do it yourself or not. But painting, and I don't mean paint the whole house. Now, if your whole house is pink, then yeah, you may want to paint the whole house. But mainly you just want to touch up paint. Another thing that I think is important is going to be touching up the trim. Over time, when you live in a house, your trim gets hit and scuffed and kicked and bumped into, and so your door frames and your baseboards, and depending on how your house looks, your crown molding. So anything that's like a trim, if you can touch it up with some really nice white paint, then it makes it look real fresh and clean and ready to go. So those are the 4 things. I'll just recap: is declutter, depersonalize, landscape, and then put some paint so it looks real fresh and clean. So those are 4 things that you need to take action on when you're thinking about selling. You're getting the process going, and hopefully this will kind of start you out on the right process of getting going. So I hope this helped. If you have questions, of course, let us know. We're going to put this on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, and just let us know. We'll be here to help. Thanks a lot, guys.